Hey everyone, this is Joe from ReadyLifestyle.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spyderco Shaman. The Shaman is a popular blade in Spyderco's lineup. It's the big brother of their Native, if you're familiar with that blade at all. In the back, you have a lanyard hole with your pocket clip. The pocket clip can be worn on either side of the knife in a tip up or tip down position. So depending on however you want to carry it, you can. The handle is a slightly textured, not really tough, not really hard texturing at all, and nice bevel on this G10 handle here. Inside, you have a steel liner that's cut away to add or to take away a little bit of weight. Overall, the knife weighs right about 5.2 inches, so it's not the lightest knife out there, but it certainly isn't the heaviest. You'll notice it in your pocket, but it really isn't that noticeable. Coming up on the back of the blade, you have a compression lock here, which holds the blade open. To close it, just flip it down, and of course it opens up with one hand just like any other Spyderco knife. At the back of the blade, you'll notice you have this really nice jimping. It's not overly aggressive, but it's there and it's available if you need it. The blade itself is about 1/8 of an inch thick, so it's a thick blade, but you'll notice the tip comes down to this nice, fine, sharp spear point, so you can really kind of choke up on it using this finger choil and your jimping here and get some finer work out of that tip. Or just reach back, grab the blade in your hand, and really go to town. The steel is S30V, so it's nice and hard. It sharpens to a great edge, and it holds that edge for a long time. The coating, I've been surprised. I thought the coating was going to rub off really easily. I actually went and kind of put it through its paces these last couple weeks, just trying, because I knew I was going to do this video, trying to get some scratches on the finish, trying to mess it up. I really haven't been able to. You can see there's maybe a couple little scratches, but for the most part, it's just, smudges and stuff from my fingers. Really no scratches. It's Spyderco's diamond-like carbon coating, and like I said, it's been holding up like a champ. Beyond having just this kind of nice sized blade, I prefer a bigger blade like this. The blade is right about a little over 3.5 inches long. The sharpened edge, that's counting the whole blade, the sharpened edge of the blade is just over 3 inches. So it's not huge, but it's big enough to where you could put it to use for just about anything you need to. And that's probably my favorite, the big selling point for me on the Shaman is the blade itself. The downside of the Shaman has got to be, for me, this pocket clip. It's nice that you can put it on either side. It's anodized black to kind of match the rest of the blade, but it sticks out so much, and this edge is pretty sharp. So in my right hand, this edge right here really kind of digs into the palm of my hand and doesn't cause pain, but you definitely know it's there. And really, this is really the first knife that I've noticed that does that. Out of all the knives that I had, I've never noticed the pocket clip really digging into my hand. But that's one thing I've noticed with this. Maybe it's the fact that the handle itself is so nice and smooth with just enough texture to kind of give you a good purchase on it, but it feels good in the hand, and then they mess it up with this kind of sharper pocket clip. Now, I have found alternatives that you can buy online, but they're like $30, and this knife is really going, retail is MSRP is right about $300 on this knife, but you can find it for about 170 to 180 depending on the model. Some of the models, the fully serrated blades, are about $150 at Amazon if you're looking into that. But I can't really justify a $30 or $35 new pocket clip on a knife that cost me $180. So if that's something that you're interested in, maybe you can change it out. But for me, I'm just going to deal with it. Another problem that people I've seen had with this knife is when you close it, if you watch the front here of that finger choil, as you come around and close it, it comes through and ever so slightly sticks out onto this over the top of your compression lock here. So when you close it, it comes down and stops right there, and then you just have to close it the rest of the way. To me, it doesn't mean anything. I would have never considered that a negative of this knife, but I see people complaining about that a lot. So I've definitely thought it should be something I brought up. That's really about it, though, for the Shaman. It's just a good all-around everyday carry knife, and I really highly recommend it. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like this video and hopefully subscribe to our channel and check us out over on readylifestyle.com.